Hey, what's going on YouTube? Hiker Dave NE. How is everybody? I'm kind of just gonna really just step right into this, so to speak. Interdimensional Bigfoot. The ability to switch or step over to another dimension and kind of disappear or materialize or dematerialize right in front of you. Kind of like, when you find, or for instance, I have found one print or two prints, and then there's no more after or before that. I'm really trying to wrap my mind around this, because I really want to be open minded. So I want to look at this from every angle. Dogman, Skunk Ape, Yeti, the Abominable Snowman, just trying to keep an open mind about all of it. So I've been podcasting, sitting in traffic, coming home from work and stuff, and just listening to different viewpoints and theories on multi-dimensional or interdimensional capabilities of Bigfoot. It's a lot to swallow for me, but I'm trying to look at it from a viewpoint of where you kind of have to erase everything you've been taught, right, about dimensions and it's very difficult to try to look at it from this standpoint, or at least for me it is. This is again my opinion. So Bigfoot has the ability, right, if you believe in this, to step in and out of realities. So Bigfoot can cloak himself so you can't see him, but he could be standing right there. Where they choose who can see Bigfoot and who can't. Kind of like an open-minded type thing. If your mind isn't open to it, then you might not be able to see it. And I want to pride myself on I am the most open-minded person when it comes to this. So I listening to these podcasts that I should maybe go out into nature and meditate and open my mind, and the possibility is there that I could communicate telepathically with Bigfoot. Now I'm not joking around. I'm trying to be serious about it. Again, I'm going to reiterate that this is difficult for me to believe in this, but we have to admit that the possibility of Bigfoot being a interdimensional extraterrestrial, why is that so far-fetched? If I believe in Bigfoot, which is, we've been, taught all of our lives, if science doesn't say it's true, then it's not true. It's, science, I guess, if in a way of looking at it from a science standpoint, I guess you could call it quantum physics, right? We won't call it interdimensional or it's to put a tag on it. I guess it depends on how you word it, how it's termed. In order for someone you could be turned off from it right away. Once I hear interdimensional, I'm like, oh no, shut it down. And I'm trying to change that about myself. I mean, and I'm only making this video to put it out there that if you can have an open mind about it, this is something that has to be looked at in a certain light, right? Like, we have to at least entertain the idea. There's been many stories of Bigfoot in relation to UFOs and stuff like that. And to just dismiss it, I guess, would be closed-minded. And I listened to a podcast of this guy who says that he has been in contact with Bigfoot and other different species of Bigfoot. There are the thin man. There is Bigfoot. There are watchers. There's I can't remember all of them, but to think that this guy says that Bigfoot in general, Sasquatch, is very loving and friendly. He also says that Dogman, who is like a wolf, like very scary looking being, is actually very loving and tender and doesn't want to do harm to anybody, although it looks vicious and like a killer. So again, trying to understand this is a problem for me personally. But I'm gonna keep doing some research on this interdimensional aspect of Bigfoot, because I think that it's worth taking in information, all information. I don't want to close my mind to thinking that Bigfoot is just a bipedal hominid. I don't want to look at Bigfoot as just a missing link, or that Bigfoot is strictly alien, an alien being, or Bigfoot is just a feeds off electromagnetism, like travels power lines and uses power lines as a travel corridor. And there's so much information that I'm kind of backing it up a little bit. And I believed for a long time that Bigfoot was just a offshoot of a human type bloodline that kind of branched off in the evolutionary tree, right? In that they're kind of mostly human, but maybe some ape or primate. So I feel I've exhausted that viewpoint, and so I want to open up to other areas. And then my next area of research, for a little bit anyways, just so I can research every aspect, will be interdimensional beings. I don't even know how else to put it. It sounds crazy. To me, it does. And I think that it is a possibility. I had a gentleman or a viewer comment on one of my videos, and he specifically had said, "You do know that Bigfoot is interdimensional, right?" Question mark. And at first, I read the comment, and I wrote it off just for a few seconds, and I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Let's really think about this for a minute. So now I'm kind of looking into this kind of interdimensional aspect of Sasquatch. So until further notice, I think that we should all be open-minded. First off, let's just put that out there, right? Be open-minded about it. I'm looking into it a little bit. I have to admit that I feel that Bigfoot is a physical being, that Bigfoot eats, lives, poops, dies, and that's it. Now, to say that they're alien, it changes the whole game. So, just again, throwing food out for thought for you guys, and so that's gonna be my area of research for a little bit. I'm not gonna spend too much time on it, but I am gonna keep on looking into it and listening to more podcast time and doing a little bit of interwebs research, and go on the Google machine and see what people are saying out there on social media or whatever, and find out what others are saying about it. But for right now, that's going to be my area of research just for a week or two, and I'll get back to you on my theories and my findings. And thank you so much, guys, for clicking, and I'll definitely see you on the next one.